Easy. That was my thumb. There's no hair left on my thumb.
You're not supposed to have hair on your thumb.
Well, that's true, but I do have hair, and it's gone now. Well, what's up, guys? This is Daniel from Arms Family Homestead, and today's a fun day. We're gonna have a lot of fun today. So basically, I'm prepping everything for a controlled burn. This is one of my smaller hay fields that we've cut. Typically, we'll just cut the hay off and let it, we'll cut hay twice a year, and once you do that second cutting in the fall, it pretty much is short for the rest of the year. We didn't get to cut hay a second cutting last fall, so as you can see, there's a ton of just standing dead Johnson grass, and a lot of it is 3, 4, some of it 5 feet tall. I don't know how much perspective you can see on the camera, but as you can see underneath, it's starting to green up just a little bit, and the conditions are perfect for a controlled burn today. We had all that ice and snow, well, mostly ice and sleet, the dusting of snow. It's all melted off now, so the fire is not going to want to carry in the timber very well because the leaves are pretty saturated and soggy. So here's what I'm doing. I came out and mowed a really big trail, probably 20 feet wide. I don't know how well it shows up on video. I'll walk you around and kind of show you that concept. But then I decided to come back with the tractor and my Homestead Implements landscape rake. And basically I thought, well, a landscape rake will help me kind of open up a good safe fire break, and I went ahead and hooked up the drag harrow behind it. I bought this from Tractor Supply, I don't know, a month or so ago, just to kind of rough up the ground, and it seems to be working really well. This is the first time you guys have seen me use this landscape rake. This was part of a package deal that I bought from Homestead Implements, USA made tractor implements, really heavy duty. I use it to kind of move some snow and stuff, or ice and sleet. I keep saying snow, there really wasn't much snow. But anyways, a fire break is the most important first step. And as you can see around this field, most of it's timber, but this is my property boundary. I do not want the fire going over here. And today the wind is from the south, so the wind is coming from that direction across this field this way. So main thing is, do not want a fire getting loose into that. So you can see I mowed a pretty good trail from here all the way to that fence, and I'm just coming through. I don't know how well it shows up for you guys, and I'm not necessarily trying to till the ground up to bare dirt. Yes, that would probably be a better fire break, but I'm really not concerned about the fire getting away on this. This may be a better angle. As you can see, we're about 20 feet wide. I've just gone over this one time with the landscape rake and the harrow. So I'm gonna go around this 4 or 5 times, and that gets all the dead thatch out of there, and it's green underneath. There is no way a fire will carry across this. And our field is starting to green up, so we need to get busy and get it burned. Alright, so I've gone around the big hayfield, small hayfield, not big, gone around the hayfield a couple times. But one other thing I want to show you while I got all this hooked up and everything, this is another reason why I really wanted that landscape rake, because I have these trails built all around our property. That field over there is my neighbor's, and there's a little bit of a buffer, but I do have a road through my back boundary through here, and I do like to do control burns in the timber to clear up all the leaf litter, clear up some of those young small cedar trees and stuff, and it just opens things up and lets the forage grow for the deer and the wildlife and everything. This trail is pretty clear right now on this end. I've hit it before and kind of kept it clean. Makes a very excellent fire break. So when I burn this side, it doesn't go into the neighbor's field where he's got cattle. So I'm gonna take this trail, just make one pass through it, just so that we're ready. If the conditions hit just right in the next week or two, we may be able to burn some of this timber and underbrush and growth and leaves and clean up some of those things, and not just get out here and burn off the hay fields, which is important and I want to get it done, but the timber produces a lot of good forage for the deer and turkeys and stuff too. So here's what I'm talking about. Homestead Implements landscape brake, the drag harrow. Look at this fire brake. Perfect trail, perfect little fire brake. Don't want to burn my neighbor's property, and I'm not sure when we'll get to burn or if we'll get to burn all this, but it is a good fire brake. And the leaves do build up pretty fast in this, but every once in a while you just kind of have to pull off the side, raise up the landscape rake, just drop a whole pile of leaves, and the harrow just does an amazing job of just cleaning up the ground. There is no way a fire that's creeping through leaves is going to get past that little fire break right there. So slight minor change in plans. I went ahead and did a little small, I was just doing a little bit of a test burn on this little small patch of timber just to see how it would carry through the leaves, and the fire actually did really well in the timber. Burned nice and slow, but it's about an hour and a half before dark and got some extra help. I'm waiting on, got one buddy here, but I'm waiting on Dusty to get here. He's gonna help us, and we're gonna light this thing up and burn this hayfield off. It's real short on the top side up here, but there's getting to be a lot of green grass in there, so if we don't get it done soon, it's not going to happen. But we're going to start it up here on the downwind side, basically, and it's not going to carry very quickly through this short stuff, but once we get it down the hill, it's it's going to be a heck of a fire really quick. Look who shows up just in time for the work. So I think once we get going, the wind's just almost dead. We have a little bit of a south breeze, so we're going to start a tail fire, a back burn basically. So we're going to go down this little trail here and then use the driveway as a burn, as a fire block, and it should carry across the short grass pretty easy. It's going to get hot down there towards the bottom though, so we'll see how it goes. We're going to start everything today with a propane torch.
Just light it up, it'll go.
That's why Richie was backing up.
It wasn't running very well a while ago with Richie.
No, I think that was me.
Okay. Like a fire-breathing dragon. Oh yeah. There's no wind today, but when it's windy, it'll...
I mean, there's no wind, but look at it, you know? Look how fast it moves.
Wind a while ago, and that's why it'll blow a little bit in a minute.
On that surface, yeah.
The fire will start making its own wind after a little while. You get a big enough fire. Bring you hot dogs? We'll cook all the hair off your arm real quick.
I'll stop at the tall grass.
Out of her face a little bit here. They get hot. Yeah. Ah!
Got hot quick.
Yeah.
Did.
Burning good though.
Yep.
I wasn't real sure it wasn't burning the hair off my arms for a minute. I had to check.
Well, it will definitely do that. There's no doubt.
It definitely will.
It's burning good.
Well, I tell you what we need is
The drip torch?
well, yeah, those are the best. But can't you get them with an attachment? A flamethrower?
Oh yeah. They had one, the park had one that went in the back of a buggy, and you like laid the deal out there and you just lit it, and as you went, and it just threw fire on the ground basically. Love it when a good plan comes together. It's nice to have a couple extra people here, but my fire break worked fantastically, did its job. There's very little wind. We're talking 2, 3, 4 miles an hour at most right now. Conditions are perfect for a good, safe, controlled burn. And I'm telling you what, once we got down to that tall grass and lit that stuff up, it's just like gasoline. It burns so fast and it gets hot. That little section's all but burned out. We've got one little spot here that's about maybe the size of a football field, and this one's, we've got to be really careful with this. Luckily the grass is short. It never, you know, we didn't get a lot of Johnson grass in it. It's not tall, but we definitely don't want it to get across that neighbor, across the fence there, because it'll go for about a mile without being able to be stopped. So I should be, the way my fire break worked out on the first side, I did the same thing on this side, so we should be pretty good. Who's gonna light the fire?
I think it's Richie's turn.
I light it.
Yeah, that way we can tell the fireman. Tell the fire department it was Richie.
They're gonna be like, no, he's a city boy. He came from Vegas.
Do you want these, Richie?
No, I'll be all right.
Easy.
Right,
that was my thumb. There's no hair left on my thumb.
You're not supposed to have hair on your thumb.
Well, that's true, but I do have hair, and it's gone now. Keep my fingers back.
Who's there?
That thing started coming quick this way.
Yeah, it didn't take long.
Well, that was perfect. That was about as perfect of a burn as we could ask for. Everything is done. There's a few little smoldering piles over this direction, but everything that's still smoldering is inside the black, inside the safe zone. The fire brakes, which this is obviously a road, but the rest of the fire brakes worked perfectly. Everything went to plan. I mean, I couldn't have asked for better burn conditions. I got Richie out here, got Dusty, my brother-in-law from Cross Timbers Bison, and having a couple extra people sure makes me feel a lot safer. But it's done. The burn here is done, and a little bit of rain, this will green up, and we'll be cutting hay before you know it. So anyways, got one more big hay field I want to burn, and probably do a few more burns in the timber if we can get conditions right like this again. So guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Y'all have a great day, and as always, we'll see you on the next video.